Hello everybody, this is Magnetar Prime with another Transformers video review. This time I have the Transformers Cybertron figure, Vector Prime. Vector Prime is a character from the Transformers Cybertron toy line. He is an ancient Autobot, one of the first ever created, with powers over time and space. In the Transformers Cybertron series, he is one of the original 13 Transformers created by Primus to fight Unicron. He was actually appointed the guardian of space and time by Primus. He can control the flow of time with his cyber key. We have seen this figure released many times over the years. Like I said, this is Transformers Cybertron 2005 Vector Prime figure. After that, we have the Transformers Galaxy Force Vector Prime that was also released in 2005. Then in 2006 we have the Transformers Cybertron Galaxy Force Vector Prime released by Hasbro. This figure is painted golden. Then in 2008 in the Transformers Universe line we have a black repaint version of Vector Prime as well. Also we have a Botcom exclusive with this mold with a different head sculpt and a different paint job, and he was released as Vector Sigma. And this is the Hasbro version that was released back in 2005. Now this version has a lot of electronics. It does makes a lot of noises and stuff, and I'm gonna show you in a little bit. I know that some other releases that were made after the 2005 had the electronics removed, or they didn't feature the sounds anymore. Let me show you real quick what I'm referring to. Before I show you that, let me get this figure closer to the camera because I want you guys to appreciate all of the details in this figure. And as you can see, the paint job is just fantastic. I really like all the gold paint and the white and red, and it looks just awesome. The head sculpt looks awesome too. I don't know if you can see his eyes, but his eyes are kind of like a dark red. Now from the back side we see the front part of his spaceship mode, and as you can see there's a lot of paint job over here. And we have one single missile that stores right on the nose of the spaceship. These are the panels of the wings when he transforms into the spaceship. Now on one side of his forearm we have the Minicon Safeguard, which I'm gonna show you closer to the camera right now. Now this Minicon is really nice. He looks very nice. He can use as a weapon, as you see. He can be attached right on any of his arms. As you can see, there's two pegs right here, or one on each arm, so you can put it either way you want to. He looks like a spaceship itself. It is very nice. Let me transform him into robot mode. And the transformation is, very simple. You just fold him backwards. And this is his robot mode. As you can see, he looks very nice for a Minicon. And he does have elbow articulation. You can rotate his arms 360 degrees. His head cannot rotate. He does have knee articulation, which is very nice, and some sort of feet articulation, I guess. But he's not too poseable, as you can probably already know. So let me set him aside real quick. Now let's take a look at the cyber key. This is a very unique cyber key because it actually features all of the insignias of all of the planets that were featured in the Transformers Cybertron series. It's a clear blue plastic, as you can see. It features the Autobot logo in the back and some sort of promotional code, and this was for an old promotion, but the logo in the back itself is really cool, really nice. And this cyber key can actually be mounted or can be attached right in here, and once you put it in, it will make a noise. It will make a noise like if the spaceship was taking off or something. But I will show you that in a little bit. First I want to show you the other features that this figure has. He actually makes some noises once you if you move his right arm, you just move it up and it will make that noise, which is like an electronic laser noise. And all you have to do is just move his arm forward or all the way up, which is really cool. Another feature is that once you insert the cyber key, it's gonna make a noise like if the spaceship was taking off. Which is really nice. It's a nice feature. Now, another thing is that on one side of the spaceship nose, you can actually store his sword. His sword is made out of like a translucent blue plastic, which is very flexible. You know, I think it's for safety purposes. Now he can hold his sword easily on any hand. Now another thing that you can do is once you got the cyber key attached, and you just push it down and you just keep pressing it, and then you move the arm forward or you move it up, and you make a sound like if the sword was slashing. You hear that? Let me do it again. So it doesn't do just that laser sound anymore. He actually makes a noise like if he was slashing somebody. Just a cool gimmick, as you can see. And this figure is just fantastic. I really like this figure. This is actually one of my favorite Transformers Cybertron figures that I have. Let me bring him closer to the camera again, and let's check out his articulation. Now, he does have very good articulation. As you can see, almost everything is on ratchets. You can rotate his arm 360 degrees. His elbows are on a ratchet as well. He doesn't have any fist articulation, but he can rotate his forearms, which is cool. His head can be rotated 360 degrees, and like I mentioned before, this head sculpt is very nice. He doesn't have any waist articulation. His legs will move from side to side and back and forth. He has a nice knee articulation on the ratchet. His feet can be moved up or down, which is kind of cool. Now this section right here can be moved up, so you can actually pose the guy like if he was just about to attack somebody. And this is a very poseable figure. As you can see, it is very nice. And for another size comparison, I'm gonna bring another Voyager size figure, and this time I have Transformers Prime Shockwave. So as you can see, Vector Prime is a big figure. He's a Voyager size figure, but he's still very big. Now let's compare him to Transformers Botcom exclusive Sunstorm. So now I hope that you have an idea on how big this figure is, because he's a very big figure for a Voyager size. And here we have him standing next to Grimlock. Now let's transform Vector Prime into his spaceship mode. Now to get him transformed into his spaceship mode, as you can see, I removed his cyber key and his sword. Now I'm gonna fold this down or slide this down, straight up his arms, and I'm gonna pull him up just like so. I'm gonna do the same on the other one. I'm gonna slide this section down, I'm gonna straight up his arm, I'm gonna move this all the way up just like so. Next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna rotate him around. I'm gonna grab the entire back section and I'm gonna fold it up. Wait, before I'm gonna rotate his head just like so. So we're gonna hide his face, and then we're gonna fold this up just like so. Now his back panels, is gonna move him up and open them up just like so. Same over here. Now his legs, we're actually gonna rotate him down, and we're gonna push this up and move it up just like so. Now there's a hole in here, right over here, and we're gonna tap it right in there, and we'll do the same thing over here. So once we got that part like that, we're gonna fold this down and we're gonna peg his arm right to the sides. As you can see, there's a peg right here, so we're gonna attach it right in there. There it goes. Same with the other one. Can do that real quick. Now this section, wait, before that I'm gonna put his I'm gonna place his sword back in here again, so you have both sides looking the same. Now these back panels, or his side panels, his wings, or however you would like to call it, you can do a lot of things with it. You know, you can display it in so many different ways. You can fold this up or down like so, and this is his spaceship mode. As you can see, this vehicle is very nice. It definitely looks like a spaceship. You can see there's a lot of details going on. There's their paint job. It is just like really good. I really like all of the details, all of the engraving here. There's a lot of details in this figure, you know, like this is just like a very nice figure to have in your collection. I like the details, all of the engraving in the figure. The paint job is cool. The figure looks awesome. This figure does have some wheels in here, and they do actually rotate. Now in this lower section you can see there's like an antenna or a microwave antenna, and what seems to be 2 or 4 cannons right here, which is really cool. See, from this side it's all white, or most of it white. Now another thing I want to mention is that this guy, this little guy, we're gonna get him back, we're gonna transform him back into his spaceship mode, and I'm gonna show you something real quick. Now we can peg this guy right over here. There's actually a section right here where he just fits in perfect, you know. But before that, I'm gonna show you the Autobot logo, which is a very nice Autobot logo. It's very small, but it still looks very nice. And we're gonna put this guy in here. Just gonna attach him just like so, and he gets some extra firepower right there, which is really nice. You know, he can move it up and down, which is cool. Now his missile, it is located right here, and it can be launched when you press this button right here. I'm gonna show you real quick. There he goes. The missile is a clear plastic. You know, it looks really nice, and I think this is all for his vehicle mode. Let's set him aside. Now the cyber key can also be attached in his vehicle mode, and it still makes that noise. So now it sounds like he's taking off, or he's flying in space. But that's all. We only get that one noise, or that one sound. You know, it doesn't really make any other sounds. But it's still really cool. It's a nice gimmick, and this figure is just very nice. I like. And this is Transformers Generations Blitzwing. Set him aside. So as you can see, this figure is definitely larger, and this one is a Voyager size figure, so you can just look by yourself and compare the sizes, you know. So he makes this guy look like if he was a deluxe size figure, but this is actually a Voyager size figure, which is really nice. And for the next size comparison, I have the Transformers Cybertron evac. As you can see, this is also a Transformers Cybertron line figure. And for another quick size comparison, I have Transformers Generation Thundercracker. So as you can see, Vector Prime's vehicle mode looks very nice, and is bigger than most of the other figures. So as you can see, Vector Prime is a really cool figure to have. He displays really nice in his robot mode, and his spaceship mode looks really cool as well. So if you can get this figure, I think it will be a great addition to your collection. And with this, I conclude this Transformers video review of Vector Prime. Thank you for watching. Until next time.